Ready.
Hi everyone, welcome to 2022. Happy New Year, actually. So this is the first in the series for this year of money mistakes I made in my 20s and what I'm doing to fix it. And we have an amazing guest, an amazing guest. Her name is Faye. And basically, I've talked about this series so many times, and I've explained what it's about. The truth about it is that money journey is like a journey of life. Like the reality is that we all have those bumps, either in terms of losses or things that we shouldn't have done, or things that we should have done differently. So this series is just bringing out the reality of it. That number one, you are not alone. Number two, everything can be fixed. So I'll be bringing stories from different people everywhere. So your job is to stay tuned, to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button so that you know. Now, right to it. We have Faye in our midst. Faye with us today, and Faye is such an
Hi.
amazing person. So let's start. So Faye, tell us about yourself.
Hi. So my name is Feyikoya. I love my full name. Feyikoya Kamson. I
Okay.
am a creative director for Tassel Planner, which is a faith-based stationery company, and also the founder of FNP Travel, which is a travel management company. What else do you guys
Fantastic.
want to know? I'm in my 30s, clearly. I know I don't look, but yes, I'm 30.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just
30s and
excited
hot.
and just advise out there not to be like me when they're 20, but yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. So let's go into right. So tell us how your 20s was like. What was it for you in your 20s, and then from there we can dovetail into your mistakes or the things that you look and say, okay, I shouldn't have done it like this, or I should have done it differently. So you have the flow.
Okay, yeah. I mean, my 20s was like, ooh, amazing, dope stuff, dope era. Loved it. In terms, let us talk about my 20s generally, or just in terms of like money mindset.
Money and well, the truth is money is part of life, right? So
Yeah,
if you go for dinners every day, it's a
yeah.
money conversation. Do you get? So it's all
All
together.
right,
So tell
cool.
us whatever
I
you
mean, I
feel
guess
like.
generally my 20s was a fantastic time, right? I'll probably start from, say, I didn't start earning like good money until like about 24, which is when I had like I was a business analyst in IBM. So I was and in the UK, so I was being paid nice money, and I just moved from 80 hours in Lagos, and basically
Mhm.
my salary more or less tripled by five, right, in Forex. So as at that point, I was just happy, there was money. I never really, if I wanted something, I'll get it. And it's a bit weird because I also thought I was very frugal with money and I was a bit disciplined in terms of saving. But then I guess I had like a poison, which is travel, queen of vacation. Yeah. So basically, I would like save. I would say no to shoes and bags and different stuff. When it
Hmm.
comes to like tech, maybe like a new laptop or a new camera or a new phone, I'll buy it. I'll just feel like, yes, I have enough savings, right? So I can save for a very long time. And then I just want to travel and I just take the money and I buy a ticket. And, I kind of just place the value. I still share
On
that mindset
travel.
with people, to be honest, but I just kind of felt like it was worth it. Like the education and knowledge I was getting from travel, I just felt like it was something that, I could not replace. And I also had a very YOLO mindset when I was 20. And I think I was very aware of the fact that, yes, it's my 20s. Please, when I grow up, I will start saving. I definitely had
I
that.
love it.
When I grew up I'm in my 20s, YOLO, I had that, tomorrow is not promised. I will see all these things just to convince myself to buy that ticket to Thailand. Like, it's worth it. You don't know what's happening next week. So I definitely had that as well. But then sometimes I would also like come together with my friends because I do think I spoke a lot about money. And I'm sure like maybe leading up to like 28, 29, I started trying, 27, 28, 20, I started trying. So I would like create budgets. I would start tracking my spending. I was a bit more aware. I had a goal. I wanted to get a mortgage. But then the consistency would just go. Like I just wouldn't be consistent. I would probably be consistent for like 1 week, 2 weeks, and I just kind of lose it. But I always kind of felt like I needed to have a hold on my finances. But yeah, I kind of just said when I get to my 30s, it's fine. Yeah,
Fantastic.
that's what
So,
happened.
so you've told us about your 20s, right? So what was the money
Yeah,
mistake there for you? What do you think was that thing that
I think
you said that traveling wasn't wrong, and I agree with you. Like I'm like
yeah.
And life, you need to enjoy life. I totally agree with
Yeah,
you. So what was the
yeah.
mistake for you?
I think the mistake that I made was I just wasn't aware enough, right? Because I feel
Mm,
like it wasn't clear to me how much I was not like how much I was spending, if that makes any sense, right? So like I
mm,
had this the first time we spoke, we had this what's it called? This exercise where you sort of calculated how much I've earned in my life, right? And how much I have now. And just seeing that, oh my God, Faye, like when you started working, in 2011, from 2011 to 2020, this is how much you've actually earned. Like, where did all that money go? I didn't realize I was
mm,
spending this much money. Do you understand? I just realized, like, in my savings wasn't even up to 15% of all I've earned in like 10 years. Like, that realization for me, as in I'm sat up, like, so just being aware, so I wish I
mm,
was more aware of, yes, I felt like I was saving, I had savings accounts, but I wish I was more aware of what I was spending. So let's just say if I was earning, let's just say 40K, yeah, I should have been more aware that, say, you actually spent 35K on nothing and you only saved 5K. Do you get it? It was like a
mm.
perspective thing. Instead I was focusing on, oh, I have this in my savings, so it's fine. But in terms of like ratio and percentage of what came in and what I actually had, I didn't have that awareness. So yeah, that's definitely a mistake that I would.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So what would you say you are doing now that is different?
I mean,
So before
let's
even let me before I even go to that, I would
yeah.
say you sort of talked about it a little, but
Mhm.
then I want to clearly highlight it. So what was your mindset? Driving what was your driving force? So yes, there's the part of YOLO, but you could have still YOLO and be aware. Do
Mhm.
you get? So
Yeah.
can you just explain what was your thinking around it at that time? I like clearly articulate if it's possible.
I mean, I don't know that I can articulate it more than you only live once, like live in the moment, enjoy the moment. I feel like that was genuinely what it was. And I also have this, I actually sort of have this abundance mindset. I don't feel like I'm running out of money. Do you understand? Like, I feel like
Something will happen,
money
money will
comes
come.
when I need it. Do you understand? And because, like, obviously, just my spiritual values and spiritual principles, I learned to, like, just be able to let money go and not like hoard it so much. So there was a lot of that. Although I still have that, I just have more, responsibilities, and I'm just more aware, and yeah, like that's pretty much what it was. It was you're young, wild,
Have
free, and you don't
fun.
have, just YOLO. And now it's like, yes, smell the roses and live in the moment, but still plan for the future. This future
For the
that you're
future.
working hard for, and just be aware. Basically, I think for me it was just
Fantastic.
aware, the lack of awareness, and now I have it. Thanks to you.
So what made you wake up? What
What makes
was there a life event?
there was actually that's what I was saying. So I think I had been chased, like I said, when I was like 27, 28, 29. I was aware, and I would try. I would try and I would give up. I wouldn't be consistent. It wasn't really around me. It just wasn't in my face. It wasn't a priority. So you see, the older you get, everybody has like self-reflection. And I don't
Mm,
need to year or the end of the year. I'm like constantly reevaluating myself. And I want to have an enjoyment lifestyle. And for me to have that lifestyle,
you need
for
to
me to be able
position
to
yourself well.
not be stressed, Lagos, diesel, all those things. Money has to be coming in and it has to be multiplying, and I just would always and I just kind of got to a stage where this is my problem. My problem is the lack of consistency. I need an accountability partner or a group. I need knowledge. I need to know. And I also had a problem with investing in things that I don't have an understanding of. Like, I just
Standing
couldn't
up.
give somebody money to help me invest. Like, I want to know what it is. Like, I
What
want to
I'm
be able to
doing.
read it well and make an informed decision. So there was also that lack of knowledge. So it was just kind of realizing that if you know your problems, how can you solve it? I mean, I started looking around for, what accountability group I could be a part of, and just what actions to actually start making progress. Yeah, so I didn't have any
Fantastic.
life changing thing. It just sort of happened.
It just never happened. Fantastic. So, So the next question really is, so what did you do, like tangible steps? So let's say I am in my 30s
Mm-hmm.
and legit I can relate with you, meaning that I am traveling, I am enjoying myself, I'm
Mm-hmm.
shopping. So what would be like your step one? Then we'll
Yeah.
take it from step one to step two. Step one, what would you do?
I mean, I hope it will not be tricky if I actually tell people if you have this problem, honestly, just call Ola. I hope I'm not like helping you.
I
I'm
wasn't
not,
expecting that.
like, you should not tell me to say what I'm saying, right? But like the day I had, because it was like a 2 hour session, and the day that I had that 2 hour session with you, where Ola does this thing where you kind of have your push goal, like your main goal, like 10 years from now or 20 years from now, and she sort of breaks it down. Like, this is how much, if you really want this at this age, say you're 40 or 50, if you really want to retire at this age, and this is how much you want to have, or these are the things that you want to own, and this is how much it costs, this is how much you're going to need to have. Just the awareness that I needed a particular amount of money and where I am now, like, it was a no brainer. I understood it. Do you understand? I understood that I had to put in more work, earn more money, invest more, be more intentional about it, right? So, honestly, I would say the first step is contacting Ola. If you don't want to contact Ola, I feel like she's too expensive. Okay, no problem. How about the first step, like, the first step is just sort of like reflecting on your finances and how much you've earned, and how much you have, and like what you spend your money on, and what's really priority to you. Just understanding where
Mm,
money is, because a lot of times, like, the months we earn, and we're like, why did I just spend this amount of money? What did I do? And some months it's okay when I can, it makes sense that
account for it.
I
Yeah.
can account for it. Exactly, that's the word. I'm like, okay, there was no way I couldn't have not renewed my passport, or there was no way I couldn't have not paid this. Do you get? It makes more sense. But there's some times where you just see that I had no business buying this thing. Like, there's, like, do you understand? So just being able to track what you're spending on and what you're actually using your money for, and just being able to, know exactly what you want and what you're gonna need to get there, and like the necessary action. So if you're saying, oh yes, I want to have 10 million at the end of the year, it's not just going to drop from the sky. Do you get? Like, and if you're earning like 200K, how are you going to get to 10 million naira? You understand? So it's just knowing your reality, where you want to go, and figuring out the gap, and how to, like,
Yeah.
close the gap. Yeah. So that's that.
Fantastic, fantastic. I love it. And I actually appreciate, first of all, your recommendation because it wasn't planned. Trust me, it
Honestly, it
wasn't
changed my
planned.
life. As in, I was thinking, I was like, Jesus Christ, what's out there?
I actually remember Faye after that
I
session
was weak. I
because
couldn't.
she was like, oh my god, wow, all out. Like she was speechless, and
Yeah.
I was almost laughing, but I couldn't laugh because looked so cute. Like, calm down, there's still life in front of you. Like, when you wake
Yeah.
up is your morning,
Yeah.
right? But what you're saying is actually very true. I find that, and it's not just about investing, personal finance, it's about every area of your life. If you've been
Mm-hmm.
struggling with something for a while, right, and
Mm-hmm.
you've been going around in circles on a particular thing, right, most likely you need help. Like, you have the right intention,
Mm-hmm.
but somehow or the other it's not jiving, right? If you could do it, you would have done
Exactly.
it. The things that you
Exactly.
can do, you have already done. So
Exactly.
you either need to take a course or have a coach or something, but you just need
Delegate it
something
to
to break
somebody
you
to
out of
help
that
you.
cycle. And it's a
Mm-hmm.
mindset that is important, right?
Yeah.
And you sort of have to invest in your life, especially when you have said, okay, I am going here. I want to be making 10 million every day. Like, you have to
Yeah.
invest in it. You have to invest to produce that outcome. It doesn't just like fall, except if your father is somebody or the other. And at that point,
Exactly.
you don't have goals. You just request for it. Like, it's not that big. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's very, very valid. And I think, and to add to it also, that process of reflection is difficult for you to go through on your own also,
Mm-hmm.
because it is a
Mm-hmm.
very very heavy
Yeah.
conversation,
Yeah.
especially when you've worked for years, and the reality is that this thing I've worked, I shouldn't be where I am, but I need to face it. Right.
Yeah.
Hi Toyosi, I see you. I see your YOLO and your laughter. Yeah, because I mean it's something that a lot of people, and it might not be travel, it might be bags, it might be clothes, it might be giving to people, you know. And that whole belief that money will come. But if you don't create like the channels, if you don't sit down and say, okay, yes, I'm giving this, but this is like my seed
Yeah.
for a fruit for a, from a tree. If you don't have that mindset, then it's at some point you begin to slow down in your capacity
Hmm.
to actually give the giving you want to give, if you get
Exactly.
my point. Um,
Yeah.
so generally, right, this is going to be my last question, right? And sorry, and before I say it, right, I need people to remember that that Faye is here speaking doesn't mean that she has figured everything out. Doesn't mean that she has blown. I mean, doesn't
I
mean that she
haven't
has
blown,
blown.
please.
Yeah, okay, yes, you have blown,
Not yet.
you have blown,
Not
yes.
yet.
But you
Not
guys
yet.
get what I mean.
Yeah.
Not tell
Not yet.
anybody.
Not yet.
But then I just want you to, so I know you have a business, I know you have your I want to first of all talk about your business. At least let's showcase you also. What do you
Okay.
do? And then how does that business now translate into you making those money moves? So just tell me about that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I'll talk about my first company, which is FNP Travel. So obviously the whole time I would like spend a lot of trips on travel, and then realizing that okay, this is an expensive hobby to have. I sort of turned it into a business. I started using the money that basically the business that I funding the lifestyle. Like I had to travel with clients, so that way I kind of killed two birds with one stone. Where I would make money as I go on the trip and also get to go on the trip, right? So I planned
Mm,
vacations for people, private holidays as well. And I also used to host a group of people abroad, right? And then also I have my second company, which is called Tassel Planner. It's like this. We sell different different stationery products, books, planners, journals. They're all faith based. And it's just to help people get more productive, organized, and also strengthen their spiritual life. So that is like my like running Tassel Planner is just running for FNP Travel gave me experience to be able to run Tassel Planner better. It was almost like I learned with FNP Travel when I came to Tassel Planner, and I'm kind of like doing well. So
implementing,
I
yeah.
kind of structured my business to pay me a salary. So now because before as an entrepreneur it was kind of hard to say this is what I'm budgeting when I didn't even have, like, today maybe a lot of money, tomorrow maybe no money, next month. Do you understand? But I've sort of structured Tassel Planner to pay me a salary monthly, so that way I know exactly how much I'm earning, and that's a percentage based on our revenue. So I am, kind of gingered to have more revenue, so that my salary
Push.
can also, to push more, like drive that more, so that my salary can also like improve with that as well. So that's just kind of like my main focus is just getting the business to thrive as much as possible, which would indirectly, impact me as well.
Translate into forever
Yes,
baby
yes,
girl living.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so
So
that's the goal. We're not even trying to calm down. We just need to make more money. God
make more
willing. Jesus.
money. Fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Just to highlight that, what Feyikoya has done is very, very smart, right? First thing is that she has turned her hobby into a business.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like shoes and if shoes are your thing, right? Create an economy around it. It might not be that you sell shoes. It might be that you might do reviews and you can turn it into something and be a shoe influencer or something, right?
Yeah.
But create somehow or the other, convert what your hobby is into some sort of value so it's not
Yeah.
draining, right? That's one, and I think that's fantastic. And then I like the fact also that you built on from one thing to another. So traveling is different from creating journals and stuff,
Yeah.
right? But then it's business. But
Yeah.
somehow or the other, you've been able to translate your learnings from one into the other, right?
Definitely.
And so I think that's very fantastic. So one tip that I hear Feyikoya say is that if you have something that you love and is eating up your money, try and convert it. And
Yeah.
and for and
100%.
it's very valid because I mean I know someone who would arrange your clothes for you. Now he's a stylist. We both know him, right? And so one day someone said, "Okay, come and help me arrange my wedding clothes." He did it for one friend, two friends, three friends, and by the
I'm
fourth, he was
sure.
charging, right?
Exactly.
And guess what? He's shopping. He's doing his thing, right?
Yeah.
And in fact, sometimes even traveling to buy stuff for people. But hey, he's making money from
Yep.
his from
Yep.
something that would give
Investments is
him
a
value.
new hobby because that's going to be a new stream of income. That's why I'm gaining the knowledge that I need.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I think this has been very, very interesting. Hi
Wow.
Osaz. I see Osarense. Sorry, I see your comments. Yes, this session is very helpful. Thank you. Thank you so much. And so I just want to say a big thank you to Feyikoya. Do you have any parting words for us? Anything you have to share? Final words?
Fine. Wow. Pressure. Don't YOLO. You only do not be on the YOLO vibes. But yeah, no, I would just say be more intentional about your
Mm,
financial, plan, and also don't be too hard on yourself. It's never too late to start, because I remember actually feeling quite bad that, oh my gosh, like I should have done better. But just realizing that, it's never too late to start, and I'm doing better now is everything you
mm,
ever need. So yeah, that's all
mm.
I
Fantastic, fantastic. And those are
Thank you, Ola. I
fantastic.
had a good time. And thank you, everyone that joined.
Thank you. So I think that's a fantastic one. So Feikoya has ended it for us with a good one.
Oh,
It is
sauce.
important to know that it's not too late to start. Like wake up, just stop everything and just start. And like I always say, you can't outsource your health and your finances. You have to engage, right? And so on this channel, if you're watching me, please subscribe. Just subscribe. Just click subscribe. Yeah, click yes. Just click it now.
Your post.
And share with your friends. Yeah, click now. Because I mean, I share content and tips that will help you on your money journey, and we expect more of these series, right? So just subscribe. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for Ikoya one more time.
Hi, Ola.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.